In our last encounter, we saw some dramatic changes in the lives of women and men in the Revolutionary period. We noted that women emerged from the Revolution reaching for a sense of what liberty meant for them, as well as trying to understand the language of equality in a world where women were manifestly still under the thumb of coverture and had no voice in the polity. Women's search for a political place in a world where they and their menfolk were committed to domesticity for the female sex constituted something of a dilemma. How were women to assert a claim to political voice without abandoning their commitment to obedience and submissiveness? As we probe this question, we will begin to see how new understandings about women's and men's roles affected their daily lives, both inside and outside the home. We'll watch as the notion of separate spheres begins to emerge, and we'll become increasingly aware of how differences in status and wealth among and between men and women influence the larger political discussion. Why should we care about this, you might be asking? The short answer is that finding the answer to this question has been at the heart of much of American politics since the Revolution. Maintaining women's domestic and feminine character has underlined the meaning of masculinity, sustained male economic aspirations, and legitimized male political leadership. And yet, at every stage of American history, some women have questioned domesticity and asserted their independence. But there's another reason you should care. Despite all the changes of the past decades, gender differentiation continues to influence the way that most, especially older Americans, think as we come to terms with same-sex marriage and transgendered identities. For example, we still remain curious about fathers who leave family support to women. We notice when we are confronted with a male nurse. We haven't yet sorted out how to fairly accommodate people who get pregnant into the labor force. The 2016 presidential election witnessed a bitter debate about whether a woman had the skill and capacity to lead the nation. Skeptical opponents wondered if Hillary Clinton could be an effective commander-in-chief. Even the image of a woman in that role disturbed many. The fact is that whether we simply accept it or struggle against it, gender differentiation still marks our perceptions of the world around us. Let us then pay attention to how these ideas about domesticity took shape and became rooted in the American consciousness. Doing so will also help us to understand how women moved out of the home and beyond its confines, an escape that involved a transformation of gender roles no less significant for men than it has been for women.